Well, unfortunately, that's the kind of debate where most of my strength has to be shown in my closing, because there's not much conversation to be had when people who agree to come have the conversation immediately want to obfuscate and make it about something other than what we agreed to talk about. Which, that's not like a new thing entirely, or novel or whatever, but like, I don't know. It's also not awesome. Like Mortal Kombat finisher style moves. God damn it. This actually helped? What? And you. Let's go. Nimbus?
Fortune's gift it is. It's Wukong's son.
I wouldn't lose to Paul even if he finished ahead. I'm still like 300 deaths below.
Everyone's already on it.
And also, he's not going to get the true ending before me.
Until it sensed the relics on you. Thanks to them, it recalled its master and saved your skin. Now
For sure.
it answers to your call. Why not make good use of it? Your mortal body is too heavy for me in my wind form.
You just said a whole lot of nothing, Vigi. What do you suspect the lib position is?
All these henchmen of the court? What draws them to this mountain? Let's find out!
So, okay, so you've done the same thing everyone else has done. Now propose an actual solution because you're wrong, but let's go. Get to the actual solution being proposed. The fuck is that guy? Chase him. Got it. Didn't see where he jumped to is the problem. Yeah, I don't know where rights equals like no responsibility, no regulation. Like I've never understood that. It's crazy. No clue, dude. Been trying to figure that out for a while. There's that giant fucking cucaracha. I think I understand the problem. I think I have to land on his back. Oh, there he is. It's like a fucking real-time battle, or a quick-time event battle. I need to lose more. I've gained some of it back, and I need to lose all of that and then some again. But thank you. I have not gained 65 pounds in the last 3 months. Holy fuck. Yeah, exclamation point Discord and join. I'll give you like 5 minutes. Actual 5 minutes. Just sat through a 3.5-hour panel in which most people were actually have a conversation, so yeah. Actual 5 minutes. For a reason, buddy. Something special about this area. again? What the fuck do I do here? That's burn damage. Will I just actually die? Let's find out. Hold on a second, Vigi. Do what normal people do and accept the roles and everything in the Discord, and you'll be able to see the other channels.
Splendid! With these silly strands, you're all the more like Wukong. Just don't prance around with your might as he did. That monkey's got a stash of treasures. I'll scout around some more.
Apparently, I just got some new headgear for it. Vigi, I'll join the Discord after I grab a drink. Hold on. Golden Fangtail Crown. Hello. If you can't speak, you still don't have correct permissions, I'll give you roles, but learn to accept roles. Yeah, you should have the appropriate roles to speak in here. Say something, Goofy. Okay. Okay, hold on just a second. Hold on, let me read your wall of text there. Oh shit. You hit the oh no, that was Mando who posted the wall of text. Me personally, you see as far as right to our arms, left or right. Or privilege. Yeah, all rights are privileges. Sorry, but they're a privilege bestowed upon you about the country you fucking live in. You don't understand that you're retarded. Okay. Go ahead. Has anyone ever told you you're extremely malleable to people that you consider friends? I feel like you adopt the positions of your friends quite a lot. But hold on. It's not as big an insult as it might sound like, because I think a lot of people do this, but I don't think very many of them will admit it. I think people often adopt the positions of someone they know or someone they interact with, or a content creator or whomever, and won't acknowledge it, or or they try to like use that as a starting point. But I hear you say like I take this position that so and so has pretty frequently, and that so and so is one or two people usually.
Stop it, idiot!
Okay. Go ahead.
Against my race!
Okay, and what do you propose? What do you think that the left, or at least the left as you interpreted them in that conversation, would suggest? No, literally nobody said they advocated for a gun ban. Not a single soul in that conversation advocated for a gun ban. It didn't happen at any point. Not even Ali, who had the most extreme stance, advocated for a gun ban. Okay, is a list a gun ban? Because what you just said is just unequivocally not true. Nobody suggested that. So when did you tune in? Because this was brought up. Like, this was said almost word for word exactly how you just said it. It's because everything's not an economic issue, and I don't agree with you here. But I think it's funny that you're focusing on this thing like it wasn't brought up, and it was. So the parents are abusive because they're stressed is a crazy sentence. Yeah, I don't think that made it less crazy for me. It sounds a whole lot like you're justifying the abuse. I'm not saying you are. It's just what it sounds like. So, so here's the other problem with shootings as a socioeconomic issue. You are going to invariably lean into 1350 arguments there, and you're giving conservatives exactly the ammunition they need to. right? So if you bring up that it's a socioeconomic issue, they're going to say, I agree, because most shootings are in poor black neighborhoods, right? You've given up the ghost there by doing that. Right. So you're fighting on their battleground, and you're going to lose every time. Because they frame it that way even when you don't bring it up. So if you bring it up, you're just handing it to them, right? Even you said your solution is a band-aid. What do you mean? And also, what? So this is my actual contention. How do you think something like a gun license or mandatory gun insurance is a band-aid? How is that a band-aid? Please tell me what leads you to the conclusion that this would not possibly somehow lead to a substantive solution, like that it couldn't, that it must be a band-aid. That's what I need to understand. What problems? So you don't think that this is just an extension of the sorry, I lost my train of thought. Of the mental health problem, right? So you're basically just giving you are. Yeah, you're giving reasons for the mental health problem. That's all you're doing. You're going, oh, they're mentally unstable because they lost their job, or they're mentally unstable because they got broken up with. You're just giving you're making the conservative argument. You're just coming up with a different solution. I'd be careful with that. There's a lot of mixed science on this, and depending on what mental health issues you're talking about. So a lot of shooters, if you're talking about things like schizophrenia, these have biological links. If you're talking about things like depression, these have biological links. There are a ton of mental health issues that specifically would pertain to shooters that absolutely have biological markers that are passed down. That's a. I don't know, man. This is kind of what I'm getting at. Like, I don't think you want to give Gibbs the opening like that because he's not going to be nearly as nice as I am in a debate, right? I think you've got some major oversights here, and I also think that concluding that something is a band-aid and couldn't possibly provide a substantive solution, without providing any like actual reason is kind of silly. So, licensure and insurance demonstrably lower the harm of vehicles. We know this to be true. We have all the statistics in the world to prove it. So I don't understand why you would deem that licensure and insurance would somehow not impact in a positive way the use of firearms. Even to be clear, the bridge build, as they referred to it, that they offered, wherein the primary thing provided is just more training. You would see positive impact from this. Would you see enough? I don't know. But you absolutely would see a positive change if every single gun owner were trained in like the ethics and responsibility of gun ownership. This is just true. So, I think the idea that liberals want to put band-aids on it is fallacious. There may be liberals arguing for solutions that are a band-aid, but like even then, what you perceive to be a band-aid, they obviously perceive to be something more substantive in terms of the solution they're providing. I don't think anybody is specifically and exclusively trying to band-aid this, right? They have far less violence than we do. Just period. Far less violent crime than we do. And yeah, like of course there's like, do you think the aim is to eliminate violence, or do you think the aim is to lower the rate at which people have access to weapons that can cause destruction at large scales? What do you think the aim is here? Because maybe we have different goals. Maybe you think the aim is to eliminate gun violence altogether. What do you think the goal is? Right. And so, do you think that we get there by sitting on our asses and doing nothing? Or comparing ourselves to Great Britain? Or do you think that we get there by at least beginning somewhere, whether it be through some form of regulation wherein it is more difficult to obtain a firearm, like universal background checks, or whether it be the actual restrictions on what types of firearms are allowed to be sold? Like, I think the problem I have is that what you're saying, it mirrors what the conservatives are saying, but in a different way. So you're basically just saying, well, those solutions aren't good enough, and they don't even want to talk about solutions. So either way, you're both telling me, no, we won't try anything, and it's kind of goofy. How do you look at it from a left-wing perspective and arrive to a conservative solution? You go far enough left to get your guns back. Got it. Okay. Well, yeah, I think that you're wrong. Obviously, not in a mean way. I just disagree. I think that more importantly, you I think you should start thinking 2 or 3 layers deep on these things before you start proposing them, because I find that when you're challenged past the first or second layer, that's where you struggle. But I appreciate the input. I think you have a fundamental misunderstanding of what occurred during that conversation if you think that the quote unquote liberal side proposed nothing but band-aids. What actually happened is the liberals, every time they began to make a proposal, the conservative side decided that we had to have a conversation about urban shootings or pistols or how efficacious it is to end mass shootings. I don't give a fuck. I want to end mass shootings. Let's talk about it. Okay. I got no problem with that. Anything else? All right, buddy. Thanks for hopping in. Have a good night. Rich, if you can hear me, agreed. Anybody else wants to hop in, just hop in the Discord and tell me you're there, and I'll drag you in. I am willing to take input. I actually think I'd probably consider just kind of chatting with people more in general. I think it's a good idea. But what I don't want to do is have extensive back and forths. I kind of want to, especially after a 3.5 hour debate, I'd rather just kind of cut through the chaff. So, respect to Vigilante for being able to do that. That was pretty good. So... You like to know something happen? Absolutely, and okay. For sure. Anybody is welcome to hop in. Testy, please feel free. Why does? If you want to come in and make some comments, please feel free. Yada 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 yada. Yeah. I said anybody, Mando. I was just looking at my prompter and who had most recently typed. That's all, buddy. Please feel free to hop in. Just tell me you're in there, because I don't stare at the... Although I can put it up. Yeah, so I can see. Just join, accept the roles, join the rumor requirement channel, and I will drag you in if you would like to comment in any way. Mando, I do think you have some good insights, having been former military. I feel like that's one of the things I appreciate about you, is that you, I don't know what it is that tends to make former military folks fall conservative. Maybe it's just straight up pandering. Maybe I'm overthinking it, and it's kind of like in line with how Democrats have over the years secured the black vote. Maybe it's just straight up pandering with no real actual intention to follow through. I don't know. But I've always been very, very curious how precisely conservatives get military folks to vote for them over and over and over, in spite of relatively gross behavior. There is no free will. True. And that's a hefty fucking fee. I got you, Mando. Can't spell freedom without dumb. This feels like a boss arena for sure. Where are you? Poison chief. Yep, the open world area is death to my frame rate. I'm not shocked. Thanks for playing, Poison Man. Okay, I'd work to get flying moves. Nothing is free, people. True, nothing is free. So, like, you know, September, bits, subs, you know. God, I'm so bad about shilling. Red trees, pretty. What's here? Definitely not a boss arena, huh? Oh, with a shrine right next to it? Surely it couldn't be. Yeah, frame rate's fine on the PS5 Pro because it's tuned down to make it work for specialized hardware. Fair enough. I have an answer for Soup. Well, you two could both come on and he could ask you the question and you could answer it. Cool with that. I got a lot of information. Oh. I kind of like this foothills area. I'm just kind of flying around fighting bosses. I like it. The chicken deer. Frosty chicken deer. What? Fuck you, bro. Damn it. Oh! Alright, I suspect this transformation's gonna be very good. Because you're fucking awesome. Good trade, buddy. What the fuck? It had a phase 2 that whole time? What up, everybody? Paul is a bust, but welcome. Fucking. Should have had golden needle for him. Oh. Oh. Give me just a moment, Paul, and I will probably die, it looks like. Yeah. Alright, and okay, hop in. Paul, if you want to hop in too, we are talking, get this guy in 2 runs. I don't believe you. Every time I beat a guy, you tell me, alright, I died to that guy 5 times. Also, you're bad at the game. Also, don't believe you. He is ass. It's okay. I love him, but he's ass. I'm doing good, buddy. Paul did not finish the game. He has not unlocked the true ending yet. Yeah, he hasn't even beat the actual final boss. Hold on just a second, goofball. If Soupy can, he will before I get to it. If not, I will get you dragged here in just a second. Holy fuck. What a run-up to this stupid deer. Fuck you, you backed up. You big bitch. Right. Oh, yeah. Is he talking shit or is he speaking facts? Okay, but it... This one? Oh. I know about the stone monkey. You're fine. Hold on, relax. You guys, this is the only thing I know about the game that is spoiler. I already know about the secret ending and how to get to it. So, Paul, it's really simple. It's really simple. Once you beat Erlong, you have to also go back and beat the Stone Monkey again, and you have to have beaten all of the long bosses. And there's actually another super secret ending that requires you to beat the game 3 different times.
Step away! This time, the glory's mine!
Also, Paul, that took me Juan death. You suck. Good night, Tessie. Love you, buddy. The what? No, you have to beat Erlong and then you have to... I just know you have to beat Erlong and then you have to go back and beat the stone monkey again.
Kid, when you step up...
Love you, buddy. Sleep well.
Try not to forget your Uncle Bajir. All I got from Wukong were the nasty jobs. You should do better than that. Now we're done here. Time to move on.
And the stone monkey isn't going to be the stone monkey when you go back. Just, that's all I got for you. Have fun. Good luck. He gonna fuck you up. No. Oh, okay. And then you do 2 NG pluses to get all 18 relics, or all 15 relics, and then you can, or it is all 18 because you get a 6th one. Then, yeah, of course you aren't. It is, dude. It is. It's a great game so far, for sure. Yeah. All right. So. Maybe not even Chinese, even though they're a Chinese developer. It'd be kind of cool. Do Shinto lore, or Shinto, right? Black Myth Gilgamesh? Fuck yeah. Alright, so you wanted to talk guns, and okay, let's do it. So, love you, buddy. Hey, just so we're clear, in my post-debate conversations, we're going to do brevity and not too much like arguing, so what do you got for me? That's okay. That's okay. Socioeconomic conditions. You're talking about with Vigilante? Just now? Okay, so then you missed a 3.5 hour crime pay. Yeah, you're good. So yeah, almost everything you're gonna say is gonna be reaching. But go ahead, go over kind of like your take. Oh, that's fine too. That's fine. It's a factor, to be clear. Hold on just a second. What was gorgeous, Lethe? Go ahead. Didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry about that. Lethe, what were you talking about that was gorgeous? Go ahead. I just was asking Lethe a question. Go ahead. exquisite timing for you to say this, Rock. No, I'm fighting a giant Shingandang that I didn't know existed. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, I absolutely think that, like, socioeconomics is definitely a factor, and I would never claim it weren't, right? Like, just to start there. I think that anytime we distill such a complex issue to one thing, we're doing a disservice to, like, the people who suffer the, like, tangible consequences of that issue, the tangible impact. And my problem with distilling it down to the socioeconomic isn't that we can't actually grip onto something from there, is that we're going to have trouble originating a solution from that standpoint when the socioeconomic allows conservatives who already have an incredible tendency to completely ignore anything that you're presenting them and divert to a socioeconomically tangential argument, right? So if the conservative go-to is, oh, it's crime in black neighborhoods with pistols, then why do I want to bring up socioeconomics, which allows them to immediately go straight to black neighborhoods and pistols, right? So just, I think it's ineffective argumentation. I think there's some merit to it, and I think that if I were actually in a conversation where I felt like the people in it were engaging in good faith and trying to come up with solutions, we could absolutely talk about, like, people who are disproportionately put in a position where they might feel like gun violence or guns are a solution for them, right? Like, that's obviously important to me if I'm being realistic, and I recognize that that's at least somewhat of a factor, right? However, I just think you're opening the door, at least to have brought it up in a conversation where I can't even get these guys to agree that there's a fucking problem. You're opening the door for them to just completely go dismiss you and go, you're right, it is a socioeconomic issue. It's poor black people shooting poor black people. So it's just... Right, which isn't the issue we're trying to talk about, right? We're trying to talk about, in this case, school/mass shootings, and so it's very frustrating when that's the conversation you're trying to have, and they want to divert to, oh, it's pistols and inner city crime. Yeah, I get that is a separate issue with separate factors, and that's probably where the socioeconomic factors come in more, to be clear. It's almost definitely the case that socioeconomic factors are the reason that shootings occur in those areas more than, say, middle-class white neighborhoods, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the reason that mass shootings are important is because, and Ali said this, they're more akin to or are an act of terror. An act of mass death. Yeah, they're an act of mass death, an act of terror. And so it doesn't stand to reason to me that we shouldn't treat them as if they're separate from all other shootings and more important to focus on. They're an act of domestic terror.
Kid, help me out.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
A tough swallow.
So they were referred to tonight as a rounding error because they take up so many, so few of the gun deaths, right? I'm saying that is fundamentally untrue, and they are far more important than that. And I just became a cicada and got eaten by Jubaje, so I'm fucked up right now. Okay, I don't know about one try, but I've only had one boss get me anywhere near 10 deaths. So I have not even come close to crashing it up. Yeah, nothing like that. I watched Paul die 57 to Chapter 2 boss, and then I was embarrassed enough for him, but I was like, I'll get this game and show people how it should be. So Paul also hadn't gone across and found the cellar, so he had done no celestial medicines. He also wasn't using his transformation. I don't know why, but he just wasn't. So I went into his chat and coached him, and he got it in 2 attempts. Or into his Discord, rather. Okay. I was saying not only are they potentially not Band-Aids, I'm saying we shouldn't write them off as Band-Aids without trying them, and we aren't trying them. I was also saying that I was the one saying I'd rather have a Band-Aid than nothing at all. He was very much not. He didn't shoot, Ike. He didn't shoot even once. No, you're good. He didn't shoot even once. The Secret Service fired at him and he ran. Carry on. Well, our citizenry is, am I right? It's because of all the shootings, get it? Sorry. I'm insufferable. Carry on. Sure. I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked Vigilante. Do you think the aim when having this conversation is to end all gun crime? Or do you think it is to minimize damage as much as possible from these specific things? And in doing so...
My belly's not too vile.
Okay, so when I say you think it's neither, when I'm saying, do you think that's the aim that, say,
repulse you?
when I'm having the conversation, what do you think I'm advocating for?
That bad, eh? Now that Wukong's armor set is complete...
Right, so I'm absolutely advocating for reasonable harm reduction because I'm not retarded, and I don't think I can legislate all gun crime away. I also don't think there's a world where I can legislate in such a manner that we can get all the guns off the streets, right? Like, I'm not an idiot. So I've always found it utterly hilarious when people talk about, oh, they want to take your guns. Like, I don't know, even if that were the desire, it's so fucking unrealistic. The Australian gun buyback program worked for a number of reasons, most of which revolve around the fact that they're a completely different culture. And that, like, I don't know, they had an emotionally appropriate reaction to a massive school shooting, right? Like, that's just what happened for them. So I don't necessarily think that looking at every foreign example and... what a pause. I don't necessarily think that looking at every foreign example and going, oh, this is one-to-one how it would pan out in the U.S. Is appropriate, but that having been said, there is such a preponderance of evidence that if you limit the amount of firearms, you limit the amount of deaths. This is just, it bears out. Now, we do have a different culture. One that loves fucking gun violence, to be clear. And so I don't think the impact would be the same. I think there would be an impact. And I think that without us trying shit, Everybody sitting here and fucking equivocating about what they do and don't think would happen when we won't try anything is a fucking useless rat. Yeah, no, that's fucking dumb. Bump stocks are so stupid. No, it is, absolutely. Thank you very much. Yeah, Mando, I'll address that here in a second. I want to let him reply.
Where do you come from, outsider? In my realm, all monkeys are of similar face and shape. Your face speaks of a different breed, and an ugly one. You must be a Yaoguai from another land.
I've never ventured here since that journey. Nothing's changed after so many years. He said this and told me to kneel. Right here on this seat.
Ah, here it is. I knew it. Wukong is tight-fisted, even Guan Yin agrees so. He kept it here so it could be passed down to another one of his kind. Now it's time for you to try it, kid.
You're fine.
Once you have this, there's no turning back. Now, you look exactly like Wukong.
You're all set, kid. You look like a fierce warrior. Come with me. Let's find out what that old monkey is up to.
Yeah, I don't think I ever hear anybody saying shit like, you lose it permanently if there's like a social media red flag. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody make that argument. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know that... although social media is now part of your background checks, so... yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I am about to fight Stone Monkey, so... If that's the case, I'm definitely going to want to dip and focus on that and enjoy it. But I definitely just got the Jingu Bang, and he said I couldn't turn back, and then... I mean, I probably could have turned back even though he said it. But I also assume I can go back afterwards because I know I gain access to the open world. Well, not the open world, but I get the map afterwards. So I'll just go fight giant Shing and Dang. Holy fuck, the Jingu Bang has a ridiculous range on it. Yeah, the fact that I can charge my attack up and hit from a mile away, that's crazy. Yeah, dude, ain't no way I'm not gonna exploit the fuck out of that against this ball. I'm gonna be charging up from 7 miles away, bro. Yeah, I have until right now, like, run the original run that, yep, it's mythical. This is crazy. I just have a 4th focus point that's never gonna go away right now.
That's it. You're in my way. You're gonna lose it, all of you.
Good, because I do want to get the true ending. I probably won't do it on stream just because I want to subject. Yeah. Here, watch me beat the shit you watched me beat over weeks a second and third time. Yeah, there are abilities that can one-shot, yeah. As I understand it, it all like that. It's at those new game plus points where like having your resistances maxed and what armors you're wearing based on that kind of stuff actually matters. So annoying and in my way right now is what they are. I am trying to go fight Statue Monkey. Let me be. So I would disagree, just because, like, I only remember exactly one enemy type repeating the entire game. The entire game did one enemy type repeat from chapter to chapter, and it was the skeletal lizards appear in both chapters 1 and 4, 5? Webbed Hollow. 4. Or no, that's 5. I think this is why Paul is so much lower level than me, is that right there, because I kill everything. Yeah, I'm 106 right now. I don't think I've skipped a single enemy for that reason. Like, I understand that experience is an important component of my character being developed and ready for these bosses. Now, once I've cleared an area, if I'm circling back through, so like when I go back through a chapter to make sure I got everything, I'm skipping the fuck out of everything. You missed me with that. I'm not fighting you. I killed you before. You've already lost the right. Well, if shit's getting harder... Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at now, is like... I do so much damage relative to everything that spawns that, like, not mowing them down is actually a net loss for me. I mow them down so quickly, and it's free experience. Oh, the Curio. Did you challenge Tiger Guy in the base every time? Because you unlock a new Curio slot in each playthrough. I think for the first, it's either 3 or 5. There is a max. Make sure you do them on all your new games. Yeah. Because it allows you to equip a lot of shit. I think it's 5. Because you can wear 2 plus 3 is 5, I believe. Licensure and insurance. Insurance specifically. I think that licensure is kind of what was proposed tonight, which would be that, like, in order to get a license, you've got to take X, Y, and Z courses, and in order to own a gun, you've got to have a license. And I think that insurance encourages people to be responsible with where they keep their gun, you know, that kind of stuff. And I think those things should be cross-referenced. So I even would go so far as to say that if you have a gun and gun insurance, it should be on your license. So that when you get pulled over and you hand your license over, the officer can know and, you know, do you have your weapon on you? I do. Where's it at? And if you don't have, so for example, in some states you're not allowed to travel with your gun loaded, right? If you're in that state and that's the case, then you should have your gun confiscated. I'm not saying permanently, but you can go down to the station, pay a fine, get it back, and get a point on your fucking gun insurance, and your gun insurance goes up. That's how it should be.